Nick Clegg.
Hi.
We're in the back of a taxi.
Yes, we are.
We've just picked you up from Westminster, which is in the background looking very grand.
Yes.
And we're on the way to Reuters to do social media. How important is this?
I think it's hugely important. I think, you know, the days where millions of people would read the same newspaper every day, back to front, is just completely, you know, been transformed into a media environment where people are picking and choosing. Different people are using different medias. They're you know, it's a sort of magpie media culture where you pick and choose. So I think, quite rightly, people complain that politicians don't get their message across. So I think we've, as politicians, got to make more of an effort. It's, you know, it's what I do every week. I go out to town hall meetings. I was at Glastonbury a couple of weeks ago, speaking to people there as well, making myself available.
No, brilliant. And it's about putting yourself in front of the people, isn't it?
I mean, it's not about changing the content of the message, or, you know, my views or values. It's just obviously trying to make it accessible in a way that more and more people, particularly people who perhaps are completely turned off and, you know, turned off by politics, will engage with.
Sure. So, if you think about all the parties and how they've been engaging, I remember seeing the Lib Dems using social media before, or at least they seemed more obviously using it before the other parties, who were suddenly, oh, hang on, we need to get a Twitter account, we need to do this, we need to do that. Obama obviously used it famously, but then kind of stopped. Was there a lull in your social media presence, or, you know, what happened?
I think, yeah, I mean, I probably can't give you the exact assessment of the league table of who's been using social media best over time, but you're quite right in saying that people like Paddy Ashdown, for instance, were pioneering back in his day, you know, sort of online communities, if you like, which was very, very new. Indeed, they're very old technology. Looks sort of antique now, but it was very, very new then. And I think we were very innovative. A number of MPs and campaigners have been very innovative on a local level. I think maybe we did take our eye off the ball a bit over the last few years as a party. You know, lots of people were developing their own kind of microsystem, their own microclimate, if you like, by which they were using social media. And now, of course, I think, yeah, we are now really very much on the front foot again. And
it's all going to change now, of course, because as of today, you've managed to get hold from a supporter. It was a supporter that was tweeting on behalf of you, who was just dropping feeds at them. You've managed to get hold of the account.
They're very kind.
Will you be engaging yourself?
They're very kind. Well, look, I mean, yes, I will. Of course, I'll be tweeting. Will I be doing it all myself? No, I'm going to be quite candid with you. You know, just like Facebook or my website and everything. Of course, I think
that'll make people feel a little bit more comfortable as well, because to be as engaging, I do a lot of tweeting, and I would hate to think that if I was in a position, say for example in the distant future or not so distant future, where you have a lot of decisions to make that are really important.
You wouldn't want me to tweet all the time.
Not constantly.
No, I mean,
but the more you get into it, I bet you'll see a lot more.
You know, I'm very much engaged with this. I mean, I've already been, I think, on fairly regular intervals, answering questions directly, which have been, you know,
I saw you on 12 seconds.
Yeah, exactly. And obviously on YouTube and Facebook, I engage directly. But I'm not going to pretend that I'm doing something I'm not. This is obviously something I do with some really great people in my office who are much more gifted at this than I am.
Well, let's do a bit of quicking. Let's do a bit of audio booing, and continue with the social media circus, shall I say?
Look forward to it.